The release of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is less than a week away, so I thought it would be a fun idea for a video to make kind of like a lightning round video where I answer like 20 questions about the game. Anyone interested in that? No? Okay. Let's get odd. So as of the recording of this video, Thursday, June 3rd, 2021, let's get to these questions. Number 1, what is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade? Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is an enhanced version of the PS4 game Final Fantasy VII Remake. What is the difference between Intergrade and the original? Intergrade will include graphical improvements such as textures, fog effects, and lighting. You can switch between graphics mode and performance mode. There's also faster load times on the PS5 and a photo mode. Intergrade also includes a brand new episode called Intermission featuring Yuffie Kitsuragi. Is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade coming to PS4? For now, unfortunately, the answer is no. Intergrade is optimized for the PS5, so it looks like PS4 owners are currently out of luck. Is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade free? No. However, if you already own a PS4 digital version of Final Fantasy VII Remake or a PS4 disc version of the game, and you also own a PS5 console, you are eligible to receive a free PS5 digital version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. You must insert the disc each time you wish to play the PS5 digital version of the game. If you own the game via PlayStation Plus, or if you don't own any other previous version of the game, you are not eligible for the free upgrade to the PS5 version. But you can purchase Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade separately. The PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake and all related updates are required to play Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission, aka the new Yuffie episode. Also note, if you take advantage of the PlayStation 4 upgrade, you get everything in the standard edition of Intergrade, but the free upgrade does not include the Intermission episode. The episode will need to be purchased separately for $19.99. Question number 5. Is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade Part 2? No, Intergrade is not Part 2. Intergrade is an enhanced version of the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Intergrade, as well as Yuffie's episode, Intermission, are kind of meant to bridge the gap between Part 1 and Part 2. When does Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade come out? It comes out on June 10th, 2021. Less than a week to go. Is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade a DLC? No, Intergrade is an enhanced version of the game, and the Yuffie episode is called Episode Intermission. What is the difference between Intergrade and Intermission? Intergrade refers to the PS5 enhanced version of the game, and Intermission refers to the 2-chapter episode featuring Yuffie Kitsuragi. Questions 9 and 10 go hand to hand together. They're regarding the voice actor for Yuffie and the voice actors for the other characters. I made a video regarding this a short while back, although I was missing a few people. But real quick, Suzy Young voices Yuffie Kitsuragi, Alex Lee voices Sonon Kusakabe, Griffin Puatu voices Zigi, Damon Mills voices Vice, Ashley Bocher voices Nayo, David Goldstein voices Billy Bob, Daniel Ammerman voices Polk, and Sean Chiplock voices Nero. Apologies if I missed anyone, and apologies if I mispronounced anyone's names. So question number 11, how much does Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade cost? Goes along with question number 12, what are the Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade editions? Make sure to check out question 4 to see if you're eligible for the free upgrade. If not, you can purchase Intergrade digitally or physically. Digital Standard Edition is $69.99 USD and comes with Remake, Episode Intermission, and a Cackstar item. The Digital Deluxe Edition comes with Remake, Episode Intermission, a digital art book, a digital mini soundtrack, and a Cackstar item. The physical edition costs $69.99 USD. Question number 13, how much does the DLC cost? Episode Intermission will be available for purchase for $19.99 USD. Question number 14, is there a Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade Collector's Edition? Not really, but we can talk more about that in a bit. Question number 15, how many chapters is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade? Yuffie's episode Intermission is 2 chapters long. Number 16, how about the music? The Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade original soundtrack CD is available for pre-order on the Square Enix store for $34.99 USD. The current approximate release date is June 23rd, 2021. Number 17, is there a pre-order bonus? This goes back to question number 12. They don't call it a collector's edition, so so make of that what you will. But there is a limited edition steelbook case that comes with the GameStop pre-order. Make sure to check your local retailers. They're while supplies last, and they're not valid on digital. Number 18 and 19, will Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade come to Xbox Series X and or PC? They announced that Intergrade will be exclusive to PS5 for 6 months. What about Fort Condor? I talked about this a little bit in a previous video as well. The original Fort Condor was kind of weird and kind of wonky. I don't remember liking it in the original game. It felt kind of shoehorned. The concept was pretty cool, but the execution was a little wanting. But the new version looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to checking out the mechanics of the minigame and to see how addicting it will be. So that's all I have as far as the 20 questions go. If you have any other comments or questions, definitely let me know. What are you most excited for? It's kind of obvious, but I'm most excited to play as Yuffie. She's been a fan favorite since the original game. I'm really interested to see how they're going to take an optional character and bring about this whole backstory and extra content around her. I'm a little disappointed that we get to play as her before we get to play as Red 13, but what are you gonna do? Check out santadeor.org because cats, and or SoCalBulldogRescue.org because dogs. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you liked this video and you want to see more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. The countdown goes on. We're almost there. Stay odd and keep on playing.